What is up, guys? This is Mario, and you are listening and watching episode 12 of the Grown Up Pixels podcast. So this is the first time I've ever done the podcast like this, right, in a video form. And I have my iPad going right here. I have the microphone going, and we're just gonna see how it turns out. It might be horrible, but you know what? Horrible or not, I'm gonna upload it. Okay, so you guys can all get it. So thank you everyone for joining me today. I really do appreciate episode 12. It's going to be a normal episode, back to the regular format. So things we're going to be going is what I'm currently playing, loading screen, the news. There's a lot of news, but just things that I've been thinking about more or less. Pixel memory and episode 12 community question. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. So what am I currently playing? So currently I've actually been playing Dead Cell. I've been through a lot of games. I've been playing Dead Cells on the Nintendo Switch, and it's good, man. It's a good game. It's one of those games like, it's an indie, you just jump right in, and it's just, they call it Metroidvania, and it's Metroidvania style. So you jump right in, you're like, kind of like a spirit, but you take over a body. Now, as you're playing the game, it's punishing. It's a tough game. I think at farthest I've made it to the second stage. I want to say the second stage. And I made it far in the second stage, but I haven't finished it. I've even fought a little boss on there. And you die. Okay, so you die. Right? But then you go back, you restart quick. And then you can like... It's like you're getting better every time, I guess you can say. And eventually, like, you get further and you get further, you get further. And then you end up getting this these power-ups that are permanent. You keep them. And from there, like, it helps you progress even further the next time and the next time. So while it can be repetitive, you get rewarded. I feel like you get rewarded every single time. So it's been really good. I'm really enjoying it. I've been eyeballing it for a while, and I should have bought it for the pre-order price, but I didn't know anything about it, and I should have done my homework on it, because if you buy it right now, I think it's $25, I think. And although it's worth it, I think. But for an indie game, for me, that's a little high. That's just, you know, from what I think. So I'm playing that. I'm also playing Mega Man X Legacy Collection. And you know what? I'm playing that on the PlayStation 4, and I've been uploading my playthroughs. I'm not good at that game anymore. I was when I was a kid. I'm just not. I'm at the point where you're fighting Sigma and his dog now. And the first time I made it all the way there, I thought because I was saving that it was going to save my my state. And no, it didn't, because when I went back, I had to start from the beginning of Sigma's Fortress. And so I went back and I was trying it. I could not make it past those like jumping platforms that go left to right. I couldn't make it past that. So I kept dying and dying and dying and dying. Forget it. I stopped. Finally went back, and my daughter was next to me, so she was kind of like encouraging me and stuff. And I did it. Made it past there, and I feel like that was like the hardest part, right? And it's so easy. It's at the beginning. So made it all the way through to Sigma's dog and Sigma, and then the final form. And I couldn't beat him. So, and I know the tricks are... Like, there's some tricks to beating him, but I just didn't beat him. So I just went back, and... Actually, I didn't even go back. I think I put the PlayStation in rest mode, and from the rest mode I'm hoping to go back, and it was just yesterday, I'm hoping to go back, play it, and just pick up from there and just end it. Okay, I gotta give a special shout out. I gotta find his actual name. Sean Davis. Dude, this guy, when he was, and again I said it before, he just continues to make progress on Mega Man X, now the Legacy Collection. Dude, he just flies right through that game. And I don't know how he does it. And he's been posting little, like, he's playing it on the Switch, and he posts little, like, clips of, like, the ending or the little paper picture you get. And it's like, every time, like a slap in the face. Like, damn, I'm not farther. I should be farther than, not farther than him, but, like, I should be where he is. And it's cool. I talked to him. Real cool guy. And if you like games, give him a follow on Instagram. It's, you know, put SDISAG, Sean Davis. He's cool. Real cool gamer, father, And anyway, random shout out, because when I think of Mega Man, I think of this dude, because he's just trucking through those games. Okay, so I'm playing Mega Man X. That is what it is. Yakuza 6, I know I've been saying, like, since I started this podcast that I was going through a Yakuza game. I just got tired of Yakuza. Like, I'm just got tired of it. You know, I went from Yakuza Kiwami to Yakuza 0, then Yakuza 6. Almost like back to back to back. I need to take a break. And I'm still playing Rabbids, Mario plus Rabbids. Awesome game. Really, really awesome game. And I highly recommend that game. If you haven't played it, I think it's always going on sale now. Play it when it's on sale. It's a really good game. That's about it. Anytime I'm home alone, I've been wanting to play Doom. And I recently saw Doom Eternal, which I really don't know what it is. It sounds like an updated version of Doom is being released real soon, which is kind of a drag. Although I did get Doom and Wolfenstein 2 on the PS4 during this big like mid-year sale. And I think I got them both for like 20 bucks. I got them really cheap. So, not a big thing. And yeah, so I'm kind of all over the place, playing whenever I can, and recording this kind of content right here. And that's it. Loading screen. So again, loading screen is that part of the podcast where I just talk about whatever I've been thinking. So as of lately, things have been on my mind. I've been wanting to create more content. But as I work a full-time job and I have 2 babies, you know, I'm a family man. It's not easy. It just isn't. I have to wake up at 3 in the morning to work on my job stuff and then think about what kind of content I'm going to create. So I'm all over the place, and I'm trying to stay consistent, but I also want to give you guys the best possible quality that I can. So just been thinking about how to produce content faster and better. I am recording on a new microphone, on a new camera right here. See if it, oh, see that? Oh, too close. Focus. Oh, see, that's cool. That's cool. So, yeah, it's just kind of been thinking about just making more content. I'm trying to get more people involved, whether it be John, Nerd Noise Radio. Shout out to a buddy. He has a podcast, Nerd Noise Radio. Check him out. Also awesome. Awesome guy. I'm just trying to get more people involved in the podcast. You know, I have a couple buddies that, you know, they live out of town and they work and they have families. They're busy as well. But I'm just trying to collaborate as much as I can. I'm even willing to like put my cell phone on speaker and then record on my iPad just to get them in the podcast. So, writing, anything. So anyway, that's kind of what's been on my mind. Just content, doing what I can and making it the best I can for you guys. Okay? Now for the news. So there's been a lot of news and I've missed some of it. I didn't write it all down. But I did jot a couple notes if you see me looking down, looking at my iPad. So Dead Cells. So there was a guy that reviewed Dead Cells. He put up a YouTube video. He's a YouTuber. And I saw his review, really cool. But then it turns out that a guy at IGN, Philip something, I don't know these people. I just know the news. That this guy, IGN editor, went and basically copied his video. So the original guy posted a video of both YouTube videos, the IGN and his, side by side. Ooh, they're the same exact video. And even in the words, and it's pretty messed up. You know, because I see people all the time creating content, and I think some of them might get to do it as a full-time job, but maybe they don't. I don't know their lives. But I know how much time, energy, and effort it takes, especially with all the editing. So to have somebody who's an editor for IGN, which is a huge company, just come in and just like copy it and then get credit and all that stuff, it's just not cool. So yeah, that was a big deal. Next thing, Nintendo shuts down MU Paradise. So MU Paradise was a website that had, I believe, news. They had ROMs. They had emulators. And you could go on there. It was a really cool site. Really easy to navigate. Really reliable. and Nintendo shut it down. So there's a lot of things to like be thinking about in that one. Nintendo shuts it down, yet they don't bring up a solution. Like, what's the alternative here? They want to control like where you can get those games. Yeah, it's their games, it's a business, blah 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 blah. But where I've given up on the virtual console. That's never coming to it's never coming to the Switch, right? It's on the 3DS, and that's another thing that you guys know how I feel about. But yeah, like where are the virtual consoles, you know? And I think everyone's come like to peace of mind that it's not coming. It's gonna come in the form of either classic systems, or it's gonna come out in the form of most likely their online subscription. So that being said, you know, they shut down everyone else, and yeah, I don't know, man. That's Nintendo. Like, I like Nintendo because I'm a fan, but at the same time, when they do certain things, like they have a Nintendo pass, where like they can do business practices that other companies could never get away with, yet they can because they're Nintendo. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about that one, huh? So the next thing is Nintendo related as well. Smash Brothers Ultimate. It's the biggest Smash Brothers game ever released, and it has, how they said, absolutely everyone is in this game, right? As Snake is popping up. It's cool, you know, like graphically, I don't know how big of a jump it's going to be from the Wii U. I had the Wii U game and I got most of the DLC. I think I might have stopped at Cloud. I don't think I ever got Bayonetta. But I didn't play it as much as I thought I would. So that's that. A limited edition version of the game, I think it's limited edition, will be coming out. And just like for the Wii U, it's going to come with like a GameCube controller with an adapter. Same thing for the Switch. They're going to have one of those. But I heard that if you have the old adapter and controller, you could still use it. So, truth, I'm kind of leaning towards maybe getting that. I didn't see a price anywhere when I did see it, but that'd be interesting to check out. I know most of my buddies will be getting this game, and I'm sure we're gonna have Nintendo online to play together, but that one should be cool. Next, the PlayStation announces I think it's a limited run, not sure, 2 terabyte PS4 Pro, and it's like translucent blue. Looks really cool, and I think it might be in limited quantities. I'm not sure how many. It might have been like 1 million. I'm not sure, but it looks really cool, right? Really nice looking system, and to celebrate that they've sold so many systems, super cool. I'm not gonna lie, like I get tempted by all of these, like limited edition this, collector's edition that, but I got too much junk already, like too much, and I don't have enough space, and I can't afford it. Looks cool. If any of you guys get it, please make a video, tweet at me, Instagram, whatever. I want to see it. Like, just do something with your phone. I don't care. Nothing fancy. Another little thing I want to talk about is some of my anticipated games for August 2018. Yeah, it's August 13th right now, but there's only 3 games I was really looking forward to. That's Okami HD for the Nintendo Switch. And I did pick that one up recently when I picked up Dead Cell. Have I started it? No. Have I owned the game before? I think I owned it on the Wii, which is, I heard, maybe next to the PS2, might be one of the worst ports of the game. Yeah, I could have got it on PlayStation 4. But again, I don't know if I've mentioned this. It's really hard to get access to my TV sometimes. So playing on the Switch sometimes is my only option. So I got it on the Switch. And from what I saw, I watch all those Digital Foundry reviews and videos and stuff. Man, that channel's awesome. The content is awesome. That it's good, you know, that it's a good port. So I picked it up on there. Next big one, and we're like a week and a half away, is Shenmue 1 and 2. HD? Yeah, I think it's an HD release. Woo! That's going to be awesome. That's going to be towards the end of the month. And I'm super pumped for that game. I'm going to have to make special exceptions, go through that game, and I will go through that game for sure. And man, I'm such a fan. I played Shenmue 1 on the Dreamcast, beat it, and like, it was so awesome. Like, it was such a different game, you know, for the time. And then Shenmue 2, I played it on the Xbox. Now, the only little concern I have about this is, I know what it is. It's Shenmue, it's awesome. But I wonder how well, like, the gameplay and the mechanics are gonna do right now. You know, back then, I think GTA wasn't so massive and such a big game. But since then, so many games, Saints Row, all those sandbox games have come out, and they're so real, and they're so realistic that I don't know if the mechanics are going to really hold up well. I'm going to say they are, and I'm going to say that it's for the fans, you know, all the people that, I don't know how many people are going to play Shenmue 1 and 2 for the first time. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I'm way wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it does really well, because all that stuff just pushes Sega to keep it up and to keep bringing out more things. And the last one, and I don't remember the date off the top of my head, is Yakuza Kiwami 2. Now, am I excited for this game? Yes. I actually feel Yakuza Kiwami, or Yakuza in general, was like a spiritual successor to Shenmue. So it's kind of cool that they're kind of being released so close to each other. That being said, am I going to pick it up? Old habits say yes, I am going to pick it up right away. Should I pick it up? No. I need to take a Yakuza break. I haven't even finished 6. And I hate having a backlog, but unfortunately I have a huge backlog. And looks cool. I've actually never played Yakuza 2. But Yakuza 2, Yakuza 4, Yakuza 5 would be the last ones that I need to. And I know it's getting all re-released, so that's going to be cool to check out. And yeah, that's it for the news, guys. Now for my Pixel memory. My Pixel memory this episode is from back in the day. It was towards the end of the arcade era, and it was Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Now, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was awesome. I played it on the Dreamcast, and I loved it. Like, I was a fan of the X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, or the other way around. Marvel vs. Capcom, also on the Dreamcast, Arcade Perfect and all that stuff. And then Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Super cool, right? I love the game. And so back then, I was playing on the Dreamcast all the time. Then it got ported to the PlayStation and Xbox and all that stuff. Online play wasn't really a thing that I remember. So you only really played locally with like your friends and stuff. There's one major mall where I live, and the arcade already had gotten moved a couple of times. The top floor, bottom floor, to the side. Anyway, it was one of its last phases before it was completely phased out. And I go with my buddy. And it's the same buddy I mention all the time, right? So I go with my buddy. And you know, we're just playing, and I go, hey, you want to play? Nah, like, I don't know, we played a lot against each other, but during that time, I guess we didn't play against each other. Like, either I played or he played. So anyway, I'm playing, and then these guys from, no, not this one. It was some kids. It had to have been some kids. It was some young guys, right? They come in, and just like we were, just me and my buddy, it was the guy that played me and his buddy. They were younger. I think they were younger. And so we're playing, and he was pretty good, right? I knew a couple little tricks. My team was always like Mega Man, Akuma, and Wolverine, or Cyclops, or Chun-Li. I was actually really good with Chun-Li. And people would always laugh. And of course, this guy was laughing because I'm using Mega Man. And so we're playing, and he's talking trash the whole time. He's like, huh, kind of laughing at me. And, you know, I'm trying not to make any facial expressions. I'm not trying to do anything big. And then, sure enough, he beats one of my guys. Okay, cool. Da-da-da-da-da. I think he might have even beat me the first match, and he was just talking trash. His friend was, like, talking trash, too. Okay, so I come back. Then I really own him, like, bad. I really own him. Boom, 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 boom. I'm playing. And then my buddy Eric tells me, hey, man, nah, I don't want to say bad words, so I'm not going to say bad words. But he just says, beat his. He says a bad word right there, right? So then I'm like, okay. So I'm playing boom, 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 boom. And then, so he goes, super move, man, super move. So I'm doing it, boom, 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 boom. And I knew I was going to win. No matter what he could block, I was going to win. Boom, boom. I do like a super, the three super moves at the same time. And I walk away. I just like, boom. And I turn around and I walk away. And from my peripheral vision, I could see my buddy Eric, like he's on the side, he's looking at me, walk away. And then the guy playing next to me, he was like what? And they all looked at me, just walk away from the game as I did the move and just walked. I didn't know if it connected or not. And then all you hear is super combo finish, or like whatever words they say. Oh man, it was so dirty. Like even his friend was like, oh, and the dude was like, oh, good game. Just walks away. Even his buddy and my friend was laughing. He's kind of laughing kind of quietly. His buddy was like, oh, like it was a big deal. So super cool. Beat him, felt good, you know. The arcade. See, that's what I miss about the arcades is that like when you beat somebody, it wasn't just like maybe talking trash or like little kids telling you messed up things. It was like you were face to face. And although I think I've mentioned like a bad story that happened in an arcade before, this one was awesome. So yeah, that's my Pixel memory, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I beat that guy. And the last segment of the podcast is question to the community. Now, I said I wasn't going to do this segment anymore, but you know what? I change it all the time, so here I am. So, episode 12, question to the community. Do you prefer to watch video podcasts? Like, do you go on YouTube or wherever, Facebook, and do you like to watch the podcast while doing other things, or do you prefer to listen? Which do you like, guys? So, I'm doing voice and I'm doing audio, and which do you prefer? I know my buddy prefers to watch it, and I know a couple people that prefer to watch it, while other people want to listen. I personally, I'm a listener, but on the rare occasion, I used to like watching Easy Allies. I used to like watching them. So yeah, what do you prefer? Video podcast or audio podcast? Let me know, guys. And that's the end of episode 12 of the Grown Up Pixels podcast. Thank you everyone that tuned in and watched the video, listened to the podcast, just checks out the website, interacts with me on Twitter, Instagram. I appreciate all you guys. You know, I've slowly, since the beginning of 2018, have been growing and meeting more people that are content creators in video games, just love gaming and love, you know, talking about it. So I appreciate and like you all. Where can you find Grown Up Pixels? You can find Grown Up Pixels on iTunes, Google Play Music, SoundCloud. Although I have to kind of like, I don't have a premium account, so I gotta update the newest episodes only. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Podbean. I'm on a lot of podcatchers, but if you want to listen to it, like if you're like, where the heck do I listen to the podcast? You can always just passively listen to it on YouTube, iTunes, Google, or you know what? You can literally tweet at me, Instagram, Facebook, all at Grown Up Pixels. I will find a way to put it on whatever podcatcher that you're on. Okay? So again, just to recap, iTunes, Google Play Music, SoundCloud, Podbean, Stitcher, the Grown Up Pixels podcast is there. We're also in video form. Gonna be cool to see how this works. On YouTube, the Facebook page. We're also on Anchor FM. And just the Grown Up Pixels website where you can find everything. I'm trying to like create as much content as I can, but I'm a one-man show. And it's not as easy as some of those other content creators make it look. Or I'm just a rookie, I don't know. And thank you everyone for checking out this episode. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys. And that's the end of episode 12 of the Grown Up Pixels podcast. I'll see everyone on the next one. Peace.